can't we all agree that contraception should be available? And can't we all agree that we are not going to put a woman in jail or give her the death penalty if she gets an abortion? Let's treat this like a respectful issue that it is, and humanize the situation and stop demonizing the situation.
Brett,
Governor, hold on. You're not mentioned, Vice President Pence. Governor DeSantis, you signed a 6-week abortion ban in Florida. One of your biggest financial backers said that you need to, quote, shift to get moderates or you will lose. What do you say to him and others who say politically that is a tough thing to sell nationally?
Well, I would say we sold the biggest election landslide victory in the history of the Republican Party in the state of Florida in 2022. That's what I did. We can win. But second of all, look, you got to do what you think is right. I believe in a culture of life. I was proud to sign the heartbeat bill. I remember one of the most impactful moments of my life was when I heard the heartbeat of my oldest daughter in my wife's womb, and then saw the sonograms of all 3 of my kids. What the Democrats are trying to do on this issue is wrong, to allow abortion all the way up to the moment of birth. I know a lady in Florida named Penny. She survived multiple abortion attempts. She was left discarded in a pan. Fortunately, her grandmother saved her and brought her to a different hospital. We're better than what the Democrats are selling. We are not going to allow abortion all the way up till birth, and we will hold them accountable for their extremism.
But just to be clear, Governor, would you sign a 6-week ban federally?
I'm going to stand on the side of life. Look, I understand Wisconsin is going to do it different than Texas. I understand Iowa and New Hampshire are going to do different. But I will support the cause of life as governor and as president.
This is the least interesting part of the debate because this is just culture war nonsense.
Hold on. Vice President Pence.
And again, they got to deal with states' rights and citizen ballot initiatives too.
I'm not new to this cause.
Uh-oh.
After I gave my life to Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, I opened up the book and I read, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you.
The holy warrior.
And see, I set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life. And I knew from that moment on, the cause of life had to be my cause. And I've been a champion for life in the Congress, a champion for life as governor and as vice president. And to be honest with you, Nikki, you're my friend, but consensus is the opposite of leadership. When the Supreme Court returned this question to the American people, they didn't just send it to the states only. It's not a states only issue, it's a moral issue. And I promise you, as President of the United States, the American people will have a champion for life in the Oval Office. Can't we have a
that ain't what Ohio
standard
said
in every state in the nation that says when a baby is capable of feeling pain, an abortion cannot be allowed? A 15-week ban is an idea whose time has come. It's supported by 70% of the American people, but it's going to take.
Meanwhile, these people are not doing anything about child poverty.
By the way, again,
they claim to care about children so much, but they're not doing anything about child poverty.
By the way, again, red state like Ohio and Kentucky have voted to preserve, again, a woman's right to choose. Again, Ohio is having a special election because this very question was being brought up, and the Republican legislature wanted to get rid of citizen ballot initiatives. So, again, right now it is currently a state issue, and the Democrats could have codified Roe v. Wade.
Any more than a Democrat president could ban all those state laws. Don't make women feel like they have to decide on this issue when you know we don't have 60 Senate votes in the House.
70% of the American people support legislation
but
to ban
70%
abortion
of the
after
Senate
a baby is
does
capable
not.
of experiencing pain.
It's
just going to take leadership.
Hold on.
70% of the Senate does not. You have to be honest with the American people.
All right. Let's get Governor Bergman for one minute here.
Why? Why?
Why? He's
yeah, tell him to get the drinks. Tell him to get some cokes.
We need refreshments
for everybody. Yeah.
The states.
Go ahead.
So that's where it is right now.
Why are we going to this guy? Look at his eyebrows.
You are not in favor of a federal ban.
He's like, I'm just happy I'm here,
what do you
man.
say about the states? There's about 5 of them, including New Jersey. I think.
Cover foreign policy already, you deeply unserious clowns. They're running for president.
Birth, though. If you were president, would you be able to abide that?
Well, first.
Where's my sandwich?
I'm a pro-life governor of a very pro-life state. And this issue is, of course, very important. But I am on the record, and I stand behind that we should not have a federal abortion ban. We should not. And the reason why we shouldn't is very simple. It's the 10th Amendment in the Constitution.
In the Constitution, which the states created the federal government, not the other way around, it says that there were certain duties allowed to the federal government delegated to them by the states. The rest are left to the states, comma, or importantly, or to the people. We need to get back to freedom and liberty for the people in this country. And we can't have Republicans who fight for 50 years for this great cause and to return it back to the states. And then the next day they turn around and go, no, the feds should do that, because the feds are stepping into people's lives. They're stepping into people's businesses over and over. If we say that the feds should be in on this one, where do we stop? I say that we follow the Constitution and this is returned to the states. This is where it should be.
But Governor Burgum, you signed a 6-week ban. You signed a 6-week ban. Governor Burgum, you signed a 6-week ban. So you're saying federally, it's all going to go to the states.
Yes, and what is going to work in New York
why are you making this person relevant?
Vice versa. That's why 50 states. That's why 50 states.
This is too important of an issue that I have to address.
Hutchinson,
first
shut
of all,
up.
The
Where's my
Supreme
sandwich?
Court gave it back to the elected representatives, whether it's the states or whether it's the United States Congress. So there is authority, and that's why President Biden is pushing for a Democrat proposal, which is, in essence, abortion on demand through the term. So they have their extreme position at a national level. It's most likely going to be addressed in the states, but it's certainly fine for it to be addressed at the national level as well. Arkansas has the record of being the most pro-life state in the nation. I signed 30 pro-life pieces of legislation while I was governor. And every state can determine a different outcome here. And it is the most important issue for women and for the unborn child and for our country that we get this right. It's going to be a continued debate. Let's talk about it in terms of compassion, in terms of protecting the life, and also understanding how we have to enhance adoption services, how we have to enhance maternal care. Those things we've done in Arkansas and are important for our nation's future.
This is why they're missing from. Like, this is why they're missing
Senator, I'll
from
let you
these terrible moments like
cannot
right
let
now.
states like California, New York, and Illinois have abortions on demand up until the
Why are you
day
bringing up
of
my
birth.
state, buddy,
That is
Tim? Because I got a
immoral.
funny freaking story to tell you, Tim. All right, in 2018, there was an article that we covered when we were still on radio about how women coming from states where their abortion was illegal, how they had made the arduous march and drive to come to Illinois. Illinois has that state right.
I got to tell you,
Stay out.
We must fight for life. Our Declaration of Independence says our Creator gave
Such a
us
not
an
authentic person.
literally
He's
the same
thinking.
thing.
life.
It's the same answer.
That is a list. That is an issue we
It's the same
must
goddamn answer.
solve. We can't leave it to Illinois. We can't leave it to Minnesota. We can't leave it to Illinois. We must
You
solve
said my
that
state
issue
twice.
with a 15-week
You
limit.
can't leave it to
How do you
Illinois.
choose your candidate after this? Who performed the
But
best?
what I would
Who
love
did the
is
my
speech the
someone
best?
ask Biden and Kamala Harris,
Keep
are
my
they for
state out of
38
your
weeks?
mouth.
Are they for 39 weeks? Are they for 40 weeks? Because that's what the media needs to be asking.